Now turning to our full forecast, starting off right now throughout California, we're looking at a mix of the 40s and 50s for the most part. More of those 40s are within Kern County as well, but that's going to warm up to 68 degrees here in Bakersfield. About the same as you head up north down in the mountains. Still relatively warm, especially for the spring. We're looking between the upper 50s to low 60s. Eastern Kern, we're staying within the 70s, somewhere between the mid 70s into the upper 70s, closer to 79 degrees towards Ridgecrest. Tonight, temperatures are going to drop pretty similar to what we saw tonight, between the 30s and 40s. 30s more within the mountain areas, but the 40s, 44 degrees here in the valley. But the mid to upper 40s again, mostly within the desert areas, 50 degrees even in Jawbone Canyon. So things are really starting to warm up. We're getting just a little hint of the summer feeling. Otherwise, winds are something we are looking out for. Right now, we're seeing some gusty conditions around the mountains and desert areas, and that's really going to start to pick up later on today. In the afternoon, you could see more patches of gusts really following that path, somewhere between 20 to close to 30-mile-per-hour numbers. That's going to continue to grow and cover a lot of eastern Kern, then kind of start to condense a little more, especially in those desert areas. We're looking somewhere around 40, even close to 50-mile-per-hour winds. So very strong winds are expected to hit there. Again, also affecting the mountains, just not as much. As we continue on, even into Saturday morning, we're still expecting to see some pretty strong winds at that time within the 40-mile-per-hour range. But now, let's see what's in store for the rest of the week. Starting off today in the valley, we have a high of 68 degrees and a low of 45, starting off with partly cloudy skies, and that's going to clear up by the afternoon, picking up into those 60s. Over the weekend, we're going to be within the 70s, and that's going to continue to increase as we head into early next week, picking up into the 80s, but towards the later end of the week, that's when we could see a bit of a cooling trend start to kick in. Lake Isabella is following that same trend, very similar numbers, but Frazier Park and Tehachapi, we're going to start off in the 50s to 60s over the weekend. That's going to pick up yet again as we head into early next week, heading into the 70s before dropping later in the week.